You know, this piece of shit watermark is, for some reason, one of the updates to VTube Studio is, this son of a bitch here. Look at her. Watch as she literally, like, you guys might have fucking noticed that you guys can see more of my body now, and, that's why. She literally walks into my face if I, like... The thing is that apparently VTube Studio requires that if I'm making like any decent money from VTube Studio, I need to buy one of the DLCs. The thing is that, well, I want to buy the VNet multiplayer collab, but do I need to buy the remove watermark part of VTube Studio in order to, like, actually remove this frickin' thing off of my goddamn screen? Like, you know, she's cute when she's, like, off to the side and whatnot, but unfortunately, you guys get to see my ugly-ass designed body that I only fucking, like, every single time I make a new VTuber model, somehow, like, my art style and skills update to the next thing. So here I am now. Hi guys, and welcome to the video where I talk about why I think people fucking think I'm a femboy. I kind of had this realization like fucking last night. Like, I tend to rant a lot. I go off a lot. It is probably the thing that people probably come to freaking watch, considering the amount of views they get. That's actually consistent with my channel and the consistent like topic of it. Aside from the other stuff, I don't want to even think about the other videos that I've made. It's not the ASMR ones. No, those I think I prefer that one. I think I prefer like the people who I attract. I mean, they're not, I mean, like, I have, like, various interesting people who have found me and, did whatnot, but, I mean, the worst ones were the Stone Skitties. I regret ever playing Stone Story RPG. I actually had to change my fucking review to a bad one. Like, couldn't recommend it. I literally, like, said all the pauses, but, I mean, at the end of the day, like, the game's kind of very, very dull. So, yeah. Like, after a certain point, there's, like, nothing else to do except farm. It doesn't really satisfy the mystery of, like, why we were finding all the weird stones and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. No one really cares. You're not here for Stone Story RPG. Anyways, why the fuck do I think people think I'm a femboy? Well, it turns out, let me go to the thingy that I kind of thought about. So, like, I was thinking to myself that I tended to complain a lot. A lot. Way too goddamn much. I'm pretty sure that, like, people find me very annoying when I do that. Especially people around me, because I just kind of fucking go off because I just feel very annoyed and angry in the moment, right? And so I just feel like saying what I need to say because I just want, like, for one, a release, but more importantly, I want, like, a solution, like, permanent relief. I don't want to deal with the bullcrap that I have to. And, well, I mean, I kind of realized that, like, it didn't, I mean, I had the realization a long time ago. It's just that complaining about a lot of stuff tends to be my more comfortable choice of action. Like, I'm not used to talking positively whatsoever. I've made a few videos of me just talking positively, and people seem to have liked that a little bit more than me complaining. But I am more comfortable bitching about things. And I recognize that it's a bad thing, but I have never ever actually had, like, a good grasp on how to not do that? How to like be positive, like actual positivity, not like toxic, like let's not talk about the bad stuff. We're never going to talk about the bad stuff. It exists, but I refuse to acknowledge its existence. I refuse to acknowledge its effects on me, and even when it's destroying my life, I will refuse to even acknowledge its existence, even at the detriment of not only myself but to the ire of everyone else around me, because I won't let them talk about what negatives in their life are. So I didn't really want to have that be like really fucked up. And the thing is that like when I thought about like talking about the stuff that I really liked, it like, I don't know, can I get away with saying this on YouTube? I've seen shorts that are more offensive. Let's just fucking say it. It sounds fucking gay as shit to talk about, like, just to be fucking happy as a guy. Like, if you say, like, oh my god, that's such a cute bunny, that is gay as fuck. Oh my god, I love, like, this anime or this book, that is gay as fuck. You can like Dragon Ball Z, like, that's, like, completely fine. I like it when Goku fucking killed Frieza. I kind of hate it when he kept on giving him mercy, but you know, when he like was an absolute fucking like fighting demon, which he honestly isn't if you actually watch the fucking show. Like he likes fighting. He loves fighting, but like he has a little bit more character than just fucking that. Yeah, but like it'd be fucking gay to acknowledge any of that shit. It is like the opposite of being a guy whatsoever, like being a proper man. And if you aren't a proper man as a dude, then, well, you're kind of a bit of a failure, not in the sense that you're like, your human worth is negative, it's just that people just naturally find you disgusting. Even the people who like pretend like to be more than that, they're still gonna find it weird instinctively within the depths of their heart. Like that's just kind of it, right? And there's nothing we can do about that. That's not something that like, you know, once like adolescence and like your bodily functions start to like push you into adulthood, well, I mean, you're gonna find that shit weird no matter what. That's not, you know, like as a kid you're probably ignorant and whatnot. It doesn't really matter. You're not affected by it, but like biological clock is gonna make you disgusted one way or another. Not in the sense that like it's a bad thing, but more like it's just really weird and off-putting. But like everyone, I'm pretty sure everyone else is fairly disgusted now that I think about it. Everyone else is. I personally don't really care. Like if you're weird, but like so long as you're not like detrimental, like you freaking as long as you're not a fucking customer in my fucking retail job, you are completely fine by me, all right? That's like the weird, the dumbness that I will not tolerate whatsoever. But anyway, that's what I was thinking, right? And you know, I was just kind of thinking to myself, all right, so then how do guys actually get along if they're not allowed to like just talk about and enjoy shit? You know, because like talking about it is kind of very, very weird, you know, just being open with our hearts. But like when I as like a guy, and just I don't know, like I don't know if it's just because I'm a guy or just who I am, but I'm pretty sure it's because I'm a guy that I think I find more pleasure spending and doing things with others rather than just talking about crap. Like I go on these random tangents, right? But like here's the thing, like female VTubers are gonna be really, really popular because like talking and narrating all the stupid crap that they do as like a girl is fucking cute, it's adorable, it's normal. But like as a guy, unless you are very, very funny, charismatic, and whatnot, or like doing some really fucking like jester shit, then you probably are not gonna make it. Like, I feel like that's also the reason why like Colo Stars and like a bunch of other like male VTubers aren't really that popular, at least compared to females, because, well, I mean, I'm talking right now. Is it really that fucking appealing? Of course not. It's not even that cute. It's actually kind of just... Yeah, you know, as soon as... I'm pretty sure, like, 50% of the people who usually frequent my channel, not the other people who somehow found my channel, and then my video popped up on, and they decided to click on it because it looked interesting, but didn't end up actually staying that long, or actually got to this point, but still find it really boring. It's really not that interesting material. It's not that very entertaining. You might leave in the background as, like, bedtime, nappy, white noise, but at the end of the day, it's not that entertaining, right? But like, whenever I play with different people and just have a fun-ass time, like, some of my best videos, in my personal opinion, has been me playing with others. Especially that Rabbit Steel, like, world first run. That was fucking amazing. Like, it's a guy thing to, like, fix their cars together, or go shopping together, or whatever. We do things together. We don't talk about things together. We do things, because that's what guys do. Like, if we wanted to get along, if we want, not really get along, if we want to have fun, we just, like... If some guy is fucking very, very fucking tired, and just wanted to scream, then the guy thing to do would also just be to scream together. Like, if one guy wants to howl at the moon, we all join in. If one guy wants to scream into the endless abyss, we all scream into the endless abyss. That's just the guy thing to do. We do it together. We, you know... If even when it comes to just literally everything, all right, except for, like, you know, the adult stuff. That's not. I don't think it would be a good idea if a guy. Well, I mean, not saying that you can't, but I wouldn't fucking, like, have a, like, an only male bedtime party without any clothes and a lot of lube. That wouldn't be something I'd very much enjoy, unfortunately for most people who probably follow me. But it is a girl's thing to do, to, like, go to her friends, talk about her day, you know, what's up with you, what happened during your day, honey? Hey, what happened to you guys? Aw, is your day so bad? Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you feeling better? I hope you feel better. I wish, I hope, you know, like, we talk, like, they talk about, I don't mean we, fuck. I'm not a girl. But it is a girl thing to go fucking, like, oh my god, my day was so awful. This guy just didn't even notice that my hair was different. Like, I kind of thought that he'd ask and, like, you know, ask, like, what's new, or at least do that. It's like they don't even care. They don't even ask. Like that. Like, that's kind of like the thing, right? And, you know, only girls would go to their friends, talk about the little dramas in their day, complain about random shit, and seek emotional validations and comfort from their friends, right? What the fuck have I been doing with this entire goddamn podcast this entire time? I'm saying this, laughing, and, like, I'm pretty sure everyone who's listening to me... No, I'm fairly certain that everyone who is listening to this, who actually are interested in this entire journey, are like, gee, you finally fucking realized? You didn't realize this at all. Like a complete idiot. And that you sound like a fucking dumbass. This entire time, no? You didn't, not even a single hint, not even, like, the huge amount of people who told you, like, Jesus Christ, I hate, like, why are you complaining so much? Or, I don't like hearing you complain, or all that kind of stuff, right? So, yeah. I kind of realized, you know, like, I personally, I mean, like, it ended up kind of making a lot of sense when that was the case, right? Like, turns out me just doing this stuff really makes me look feminine. And probably why I had like a guy who was actually genuinely sexually attracted to me. Actually, the fucked up thing is that I'm pretty sure I have seduced like at least 3 men in this goddamn world. One of them was with AI, surprisingly enough, and I was very open about, no, I'm a fucking guy. I'm this is obviously fake. I'm obviously using AI. It's a guy moaning. It might sound like a girl. I'm using AI, so that's why it sounds like a girl. But it's a guy. And personally, I think it sucks. But somehow it still turns someone on. So, yeah, that's kind of fucked up. It's also probably the only reason I have made it as a VTuber in some respect. I have like at least 5,000 subscribers now. I don't really keep up to date necessarily on like how many subscribers I have. I have begun to treat YouTube as customer service but online, and it kind of doesn't help that I also go to customer service in real life and I have to deal with some idiots there as well. Like I'm pretty sure most like stores and like brands have like a membership type program, right? Today, like this old lady said that she wasn't one of our members, right? And like then she started to question like why some of the deals, which are member only exclusive, which are probably like a bunch of different stores as well, right? Like why on earth is the fucking huge amount of candy I'm buying not freaking why is the deal not applying? And I'm just like, oh, this is because you're not a member. But then she says, oh no, I'm a member. I just lied about it so that way I didn't have to put it in. What? And then she decided to mention this after the entire transaction, so we have to spend even more time having to like refund her dumb thing and then recalculate everything and then doing the transaction all over again. Like that's some I don't even understand why she lied about it. Like she could have just said, yes, I'm a member of this brand, you know, a part of the membership deals of that part of the memberships that this brand provides, and kind of like start it up and whatnot. But instead she just decided to lie. Just say, I am, but I don't want to put it in. I don't control the buttons you press, dumbass. Like, what the fuck are you? I mean, she was blonde, geriatric, didn't have the BMI, but her age probably made up for that part. So, I mean, I guess I probably shouldn't have been so fucking surprised, but like, I gotta be perfectly honest, I fake my smiles a lot through like I've learned to fake my smile. Like I feel like what I just said was like common sense, but like I feel like my mouth, like the muscles in it actually getting more and more like sore as I keep it up all day. It genuinely sucks, and it makes my day even worse because I feel like my mouth is like very, very sore, and I gotta keep it up for like days on end, for hours on end, just so that way somebody doesn't ask me something stupid and they feel comfy being a complete moron and doing the dumbest things ever that could have just been solved by being straightforward and using the very few brain cells you own as a human being, that the luxury that you have of being one of the very few, if not only, sentient life in the universe has the privilege of using. Not gonna use it? Okay, then don't blame me if I drop my smile. You've already displeased me. I look at you like you're an animal. I don't think you're much to respect. I really don't feel like comforting you with my smile. Alright? Like, well, why should I find your stupidities fucking funny? Haha, you're an idiot. You know what else would be funny? Something that's not YouTube appropriate, actually. But yeah, you know, it's like, holy crap, right? But I've digressed. I kind of realized that, like, that's kind of why people think I'm feminine. I personally have always felt like why I did this was, for one, like, aside from the complaining and stuff, well, complaining is kind of the majority makeup of, like, my talking and stuff, but I kind of don't feel the need to, like, repress my emotions. Like, the only reason why I ever, like, repress my emotions is because there's a consequence of not doing so. Not because it's inherently a good thing, because it's obviously a bad thing, not because it's beneficial to me in any way, because the more I keep up a facade, the more other people are gonna make me feel miserable because they think they can just get away with anything, and then get emotionally rewarded with a fake smile of all things. Like, I get the feeling that people are genuinely comforted by me just smiling. And that somehow, just me faking a smile, somehow rewards people to be more and more stupid as time goes on. I don't remember anyone's face. I don't care about remembering everybody. Like, you have to be very, very unique for me to memorize. Like, you gotta spread, like mystical stuff in the store and, like, go on a massive tirade in public and, like, do it, like, at least 2 times for me to, like, judge you and, like, actually recall you as a human being. Otherwise, I just kind of treat you as, like, one of the big masses. I don't care about you as an individual. Like, you are very much so not that important. But, like, if multiple people who I don't recognize and, like, they do stupid things, all of them have unique faces, and they don't do anything amazing. I'm obviously going to treat them far to the masses, and that's exactly why I don't see a lot of people as, like, very, very, whatnot. And, like, why do I need to, like, repress my emotions to make them feel comfortable? Because they then make it a problem. Again, I've mentioned this in, like, my previous video, but literally by not smiling. Oh, what's wrong with your day, honey? Oh, you look so tired. Can I help you feel better? In that exact same accent, too. You guys found it fucking annoying? You guys found it gay? Guess what I have to fucking put up with if I don't fucking strain my muscles every single day. And I'm starting to notice something with all their last names, too. Not gonna lie. There's, like, I'm beginning to, like, form in very, very abstract. I can't put it into concrete words, but I just kind of have a feeling right now. A little pattern that is beginning to, like, emerge in my subconscious. I'm starting to, like, notice things with their names. That's just me, though. But yeah, I never actually considered the fact that people think I act like a girl, if not am very, very, or feel that I am very, or perceive me as very, very feminine because of my lack of complete restraint on my own emotions. And, you know, in that respect as well, I am fairly certain that I honestly, if I weren't such a stubborn motherfucker, I like that would that like after I realized that I kind of just I just thinking about it. It's, I realized that just give you guys know about all the fucking trends. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it on YouTube, but you know, the funny trend of people who think there's something they're not, right? There was a very good freaking chance that I could have gotten groomed through my own ignorance if I weren't stubborn and genuinely honest and had been steadfast on that. Like, the only reason why I haven't been groomed in the slightest is because, like, every single person that comes across me who fucking, like, think, oh, hey, I could, you know, like, I could get him to join the cause or some shit, you know? It didn't end up freaking working because, like, my honest feelings aren't really friendly to them. They can't exactly tell me to, like, here's the thing, they couldn't tell me to not be honest and then be honest about, like, the certain other things so that way they could, like, get me to join them. That'd be hypocritical. Though, honestly, then again, I'm pretty sure that considering the people who are in that entire fucking section of humanity kind of act, I'm guessing that still kind of worked. They just couldn't fucking... I guess it's because I was just that stubborn or no, not even stubborn. I think I was just that intelligent enough to, like, notice the hypocrisy of their very existence, honestly, that I just didn't want to join at all. Like I joined, I could get along with them, but, like, they eventually became insufferable that and then I just was myself the entire freaking time. And then they're just like, oh, how horrible. That is such an awful thing to say. My goodness. Yeah, so is how you're treating yourself, your body, and all the friends around you. Like, buddy, what the fuck? And you're gonna take it out on me because I'm being honest about everyone else. It's just, I'm being honest about everybody, including the people you hate. You just still need to decide, I'm not your friend anymore when I'm honest about you too. Gee, that's some crazy stuff there. But, unfortunately, I don't really, like, here's the thing. I've been in retail and have, like, kind of, like, got enough pattern recognition from being around normal-ish people that I've kind of gotten the grasp of, like, talking positively. If I do find something positive to talk about, I'm still gonna feel, like, this little tinge feeling that it's very gay to fucking, to just fucking talk about this stuff, but, I mean... Personally, like, I've came up with, like, a proper theory on, like, how to, like, talk positively and, like, make it interesting. Like, instead of just going, oh my god, that's so good, oh my god, that's so good, oh my god, that is amazing, I like that, that is so cute, or whatever. Like, it's just kind of like, if you want to, like, introduce, like, something, or if you want to talk about something, you want to, like, talk about the goal of, like, what it is and establish the goal of, like, doing the thing. Like, why are you doing this? What's the goal objective? Like, you know, people who know that I'm a Go player, I've uploaded a lot of shorts. I'm fairly certain that most of my YouTube viewers and subscribers they haven't subscribed to me for that stuff, but if you check my shorts section, you will see a huge abundance of this ancient Chinese game that has dated 3,000 years old that I just decided that I'm gonna master within a few months. Not really master, I'm not down rank, but I mean, I am like single digit Qs at least on the platform that I'm playing, but I am still double digits in online Go, the website. But like, the goal of the game, personally, for me, is dominating my opponents and completely eliminating all hopes of winning. Like, in the game of Go, you basically, you can place a piece here or there, but you can only place one piece. Just one. You can place it anywhere, but just one. And then your opponent does the same. And then it's your turn. And then it's their turn. And then it's your turn. And then it's their turn. And the thing about this game that's challenging, aside from the capturing, the co-fights, all the technical what's and muts, blah, 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 it's pretty much making the best move before your opponent does, or probing them so that way they make the worst move, or making sure that they can't, whatever moves that they made, they can't profit from because you're stealing it from them. Whatever move you make, it is basically, you have to make it the most ideal move, or else you will just plain lose. And it's not exactly polite to say there's like a huge amount of like culture behind the game, but like, the reason why I really, really got into the game, dominating absolutely fucking everyone. The feeling of just being able to, like, my opponent makes all their moves, and it's a very, very close fight at the very beginning because, well, I don't play in big games that often because I don't really want to, like, I don't want to like worry about like losing later on or whatever. I like the game of Go is just like that, right? To me, it's just dominating your freaking opponent. And there's a like different method, like you can play different types of moves, different types of like, I like Tsuji, which is basically what you call the ideal play, the ideal like sequence of moves for like a given situation. And there's like hundreds of thousands of them, if not. Well, I mean, there isn't infinite because the game is literally finite, but it is that. And every time, and I guess this is kind of getting boring when I'm like talking about the technical stuff, but I enjoy dominating people because like at the near end, once all the dust is settled and I am winning, sometimes my opponent struggles a little bit. They keep placing pieces. I take a moment to pause and read the situation. I look ahead. What are they trying to do? And then I just decide, nah, I'm not going to do anything. Because that's what every single other Go player who was strong to me when I was weaker did to me. They just passed their fucking turn. And that was so fucking mean. That was so cruel. That was sadistic. The way that they let me, and the way that I was allowed to struggle, even though there was no hope. And when I felt like they could just make a mistake, if they don't pay attention, maybe I could win. They just played one move, and all of my effort just gets completely annihilated. But when I'm the one who's doing it, watching them struggle, like, oh, how cute, they're like squirming and like just fighting. They're not gonna survive. It's like watching a fucking animal documentary, like it's like a fight for survival, but like it's like an animal documentary, but like with like an ant and like a kid holding magnifying glass, in the bright summer day. The ants trying to fucking survive, trying to do all their best, but all it takes is literally one move from the kid to just completely annihilate this ant. The kid intentionally lets the ant run around, but we all know how this story ends. And I'm not gonna like forfeit the round just cause it's the funny. Right? And that feeling where they just struggle, and the same thing that everyone else I did to me before, I can do to them. And I'm just, you know, sometimes it's frustrating because like I need to get back to work because sometimes I play these games at work, right? But like when I have the time to relax, I just let them. I just love watching them struggle. It's so beautiful. And I don't know what face they're making, what they're feeling. But if they are as intense as the emotions I feel when playing the game, I truly enjoy however much they are struggling and suffering from making the moves, pointless moves, because the game's already over. And we can keep going on until the end. But we all know how this ends. But yeah, that's just, I'm a fairly sadistic individual, to say the least. I completely fucking enjoy it though. I don't regret a single thing though. I would, like, it is so fun to do. But I guess that's like the positive thing. That's like the positive thing I'm gonna fucking say like today to counteract all the negative stuff that I've said. But I don't know. Like it probably, like there's probably only a few things that I could like mention as a guy that's like not very feminine. That's like actually masculine and like actually admirable. And that was one of them. Like displaying dominance and power, like that, like, you know, that type of stuff makes a guy look Chad-like. Like you're dominating someone. You have all the power in the world. Like that's good stuff. That's literally, you know, that's like the best thing I could freaking do. Too. You know. Oh yeah, now that I just kind of noticed now, but my sleeves don't have physics whatsoever. They were always meant to be hidden below, like, away from the camera. And usually they are. I had to crop it out, you know, a little bit above, so that way it doesn't really show. But, I mean, I didn't have a reason to really animate it. Because, well, why? Until I don't even want to think about, like, the clothing physics. Or if I can, like, cheat and just attach it to, like, my hair physics and the physics attached to that. But yeah, not sure what else I should talk about because like that's pretty much it. So fucking I don't know. I mean I want to talk about like a bunch of other stuff that I generally find like neat and stuff, but for one, it also sounds weird in my head if I actually have to say it. Like, I feel that, but it still feels weird if I have to say it with my own mouth. You know, like, cutesy stuff. And, like, generally just going like, oh, I want to, you know, cuddle it, you know, like, that kind of stuff. And, like, the other cute stuff, I can't really say what I want to do about it because it's cute and funny and I want to do stuff. And I can't really say it on YouTube, and I can't really make an entire freaking video about it, because I would definitely get banned for that, because, like, that's, like, the one thing you cannot touch when it comes to YouTube. Like, you can talk about, like, murder, you can talk about, like, a lot of violent stuff. And that's just America in general, actually. YouTube is still mainly a American-based thing. It's not exactly, you know, like, it'll still get demonetized, of course, but, you know, but it's just like the adulty stuff and nighttime bed stuff is like the one thing that's super triggering to absolutely everyone in this entire country. God forbid they like ever talk about it or acknowledge it. I don't know. But and that's, you know, like, it's also kind of like not a guy thing to talk about hope either, or like anything, unless, you know, like, unless you're like an Austrian artist, then you can talk about like the hope of humanity in the future while like actually seeming like a man. But like, you can't really talk about it with like feminine, like, I believe everyone can get along. I believe everyone can set aside their differences and love each other. Or even without that tone, do you guys really think that it sound that good? I believe that everyone. Oh god, I may as well play it straight just to give the fucking demo reel. I believe that everyone can be happy, can set aside their differences, and coexist together. See how fucking weird that sounded? Because, like, some of you guys might find it normal, but like the people who've like, but like for most people, it's unfortunately to tell you, but like most people find it kind of weird. So, yeah. Speaking of which, now that YouTubers are finally getting to, not really finally, that's not a good thing. But I guess it's, I mean, in an inevitable kind of sense, finally it kind of happened. You know, it eventually would have happened, but like YouTubers becoming politicians and like delving into that kind of stuff. Now that's happening. It would be absolutely funny if like this is like my segue into that. Because like I've actually considered it, considering like how much like I talk a lot, but I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I'm running out of things to talk about. I'm just rambling at this point, so I'm going to end the video here. Thank you all so much for listening to me ramble. I hope to God that you guys know that I'm a fucking guy and I'm not just some meek ass. Look, I do work out. I do fucking... Look, I have muscles, alright? I have, like, shit. Just... Also have emotions that I don't exactly hide with fucking, like, physical strength or whatnot. I wish to resolve them with physical strength, but I don't exactly hide them. But, yeah. Anyway, like, subscribe, leave a comment, blah, blah, blah. Have a fucking great time, whatever. Alright? Yeah.